right. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We're hearing that one of the officers at the DPP's office may be out on leave now, and of course, Fanelia did a very great job. She did a very good job, and I think the DPP's office will miss her greatly.
And of course, I think Shuma Rampel would be out. I think also, so they need some good talent. They need some good talent
to replace these two individuals.
To replace these two individuals. Shima, I think she's out on leave, and Fanelia is gone to London for 1 year on a scholarship program. And
All right, we'll be watching who their replacements will be very, very closely. 8:27 is the morning time. Kalil, John Baptist, I suspect you have a long day ahead. Thank you very much for joining us this morning there. Now updating us on the various stars. Thank you.
The highly anticipated return of the world's greatest Creole cultural interaction. The 19th World Creole Music Festival explodes at the Wice Sports Stadium on the Creole Mecca Rosa, October 20th, 29th and 30, 2016. On Friday, October 20th, 8 p.m., the government of Dominique and Discover Dominique Authority present Zouk Mega Stars Le Gamisha Zouk. Also, Nigerian Afrobeat sensation Timaya. Also, Jamaican dancehall Crown Prince Popcorn. Not forgetting Kings of Kadans Lips of Music Midnight Groovers. And the Booyah Legends, original Booyah Pioneers. Not forgetting Compa Hitmakers Criolla. And the Booyah MVPs, Triple K International. When I come in the jam, all I want is woman. Nightly tickets 120 EC. Season tickets 325 EC. 3 nights of pulsating rhythms and nostalgic Creole experience. Dominica's World Creole Music Festival, where people meet. This advert was brought to you with the kind compliments of Digicel, the extraordinary network.
Here, shoppers, are you ready to shop smart? Well, Springfield Trading brings you S-Smart, a new shopping facility located in the Springfield Trading Complex on Goodwill Road. The smart way to shop is with S-Smart. Come and enjoy one-stop S-Smart shopping and get a large selection of quality products at competitive prices in a comfortable and convenient shopping center with spacious parking. Friendly employees, exceptional service. Flexible shopping hours, 7 days a week with ATM services on site. So be a satisfied, smart shopper.
A satisfied customer.
Visit us today on Goodwill Road and shop smart now.
Smart.
When you are just too tired of the heat, check out Progressive Cooling. Get your air conditioning units any size, whether it's commercial, industrial, or residential. They've got it. Your home appliances are not working properly? Progressive Cooling also specializes in fixing refrigerators, ovens, fans, microwaves, and televisions. Progressive Cooling will fix it back to that good as new condition from Capuchin to Scott's Head. Progressive Cooling, located at Monbruce, will find you. Call 448-6980 or 613-3176. Progressive Cooling, so cool.
Go back to school with Holiday Snacks Bigfoot and more of the world's tastiest snacks. Get free back to school items when you save up your wrappers for Bigfoot, Bigfoot Spicy, Bigfoot Barbecue, Tortillas, and Cheese Sticks. Save and redeem at Springfield location Goodwill Road while supplies last. Submit 6 wrappers, get 1 Bigfoot water bottle. 3 wrappers gets you 1 pencil set. 2 wrappers gets you 3 notebooks. And submit 5 wrappers and get 1 big pencil case set. It's back to school with Holiday Snack.
For all your tiling needs, please come and visit Home Base Limited. Brand new warehouse, yes, brand new. Located at the Canefield Industrial Site, shed number 6, directly opposite the call center. Contact numbers 449-2214 or 612-6631. Get your quality tiles at Home Base Limited. Think quality. Think affordability. Think affordability.
Go back to school with Holiday Snacks Bigfoot and more of the world's tastiest snacks. Get free back to school items when you save up your wrappers for Bigfoot, Bigfoot Spicy, Bigfoot Barbecue, Tortillas, and Cheese Sticks. Save and redeem at Springfield location Goodwill Road while supplies last. Submit 6 wrappers, get 1 Bigfoot water bottle. 3 wrappers gets you 1 pencil set. 2 wrappers gets you 3 notebooks. And submit 5 wrappers and get 1 big pencil case set. It's back to school with Holiday Snack.
It's okay for a woman to do it, right? In fact, all women are not guilty for doing it. They just keep on doing it. Anytime, any day, it's okay. But when a man starts to do it, well, Steadman not ashamed to do it, and his wife not complaining. She liked to watch him do it with his hand, no glove. She enjoyed watching him, especially when he's had to wring it tight and the last bit of water come out. He's about to complete washing the family clothes, especially on Saturday and Friday nights. But when he finishes her best part, the last round is to pull out his Ensueno fabric softener. He buy by AC Shillingford and Company. His wife just like the nice natural body fragrance of the fabric softeners in her clothes on the line drying. She just go, He likes fresh harmony. She likes all the fragrances at Shillingford, especially Violet Bouquet. Yes, Ensueno fabric softener. That's what I'm talking about from AC Shillingford. Your colors don't fade. Colors stay close, soft, smell good. From AC Shillingford, use it. Remember, don't spend a lot. Shop at AC Shillingford where you spend less and get more.
Contributory Social Security Fund.
This is it. The 2016 Madam Walk Do.
Not only the recipients, but also their children. Some of them tell you, the 200 I had to give, but now with the 300, my parents will be able to help themselves, and then I can keep back some of the money to help my children. So the impact of that, and it's, Simeon, there is no color code in that program. You could be blue, red, green. Everybody who reaches 70 gets it. There is no discrimination in that program. And so when this was raised to $300, you can imagine the joy of these people. I've heard some people say they're 70 and they've not been able to get it. But you have to, some people, you must make yourself, you must avail yourself of the information that is out there, the positive information that is out there, so that you can access what is there for you.
All right, you heard that. Government, the minister defending, the issue of monies for those 70 and over. The minister is basically saying that there's no discrimination. Doesn't really matter, on what side of the political fence that you are, you will receive the monies due to you. Let's listen again.
Plus non-contributory Social Security Fund will go a long way in helping not only the recipients but also their children, because some of them tell you, the 200 I had to give, but now with the 300, my parents will be able to help themselves, and then I can keep back some of the money to help my children. So the impact of that, and it's, Simeon, there is no color code in that program. You could be blue, red, green. Everybody who reaches 70 gets it. There is no discrimination in that program. And so when this was raised to $300, you can imagine the joy of these people. I've heard some people say they're 70 and they've not been able to get it. But you have to, some people, you must make yourself, you must avail yourself of the information that is out there, the positive information that is out there, so that you can access what is there for you.
Yeah, you heard that, Mr. McGlaw? I know you were complaining sometime this week or last week as it relates to those who are receiving the assistance. Hello, talk to me.
Matt,
yes, talk to me.
I hope the people who hear that this morning go and find out what is the positive information and don't call you again because you can't do anything about it. That means that the money is there and they can get it if they want it.
All right, you heard the minister. Hello, talk to me. Uh-huh.
Oh boy, those people didn't know how to don't speak the truth. Matt, I am not involved because I'm not.
You're not 70 yet.
Yeah, but and even though I would not ask them because they know Lucille Smith well, Lucille Smith is against, so it's no sense. So I would leave them in their business. But Mr. Magro have been crying for the longest while. You mean they haven't got nobody from ministry or from that department where they can send to interview Mr. Magro and ask him some question and give them on what is due to him?
He said he's 81 and he hasn't received it.
Very well. Matt, I will say it plain. They are lying.
You don't believe what they're saying. 449-3095, 449-3096, and 449-3097. Okay, let's take a phone call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
That is not true. I'm 74 and they take my name.
They take your name and you haven't received anything?
Not at 10 cents.
Where are you calling from, mommy?
Pottersville.
Pottersville. So how long you have applied?
When they were passing before the election.
Oh, it's before the election they were passing?
Yes.
And you haven't received anything?
Not at 10 cents.
All right.
So that is not true.
It's not true. Hello, talk to me here.
Hey, Matt. Pleasant morning to you, Matt.
Morning to you, yes.
Matt, I don't mean to switch your subject. I know you're dealing with the question.
But don't switch my subject if you don't mean to do it.
Well, Matt, I just want to make a comment with regard to earlier when Carai came on.
About what?
The accident, road fatality in Dominica, Matt. Matt, I personally believe that the police department in Dominica can do a lot more to prevent this road fatality, Matt. The whole question of having checkpoint, especially when you have like long weekends, when you have festival activity happening. If these police officers would set up and do some DUI tests while
With what are they doing the DUIs?
Right, I'm coming to that, Matt. So that's why the police department, through Rayburn Blackmore, the government of Dominica, Matt, these are the things they need to really provide for the police department, Matt. And that's what I'm saying, Matt. And the police PRO, it's not that I want to really bring him down, but he really needs to, he was given a job that really he was not prepared for. It's just a matter that it's a learning process. He will get there one of those days, and they will never get a replacement like Mr. Weeks, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was just about to ask you what they're going to do this DUI, because there's nothing in the traffic department, so these guys can do the test. Huh? Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
Okay, I would just like you to tell the Wasco they have forgotten us at Goodwill. We are without water since Sunday night.
All right. Thank you, Dowasco. I know they're trying their best there, and of course, there are different areas that they have to bring water to at this time. Let's listen again to the minister. Those of you who are concerned that you can't get money or assistance from Social Security, $300 from the government.
Because some of them tell you the 200 I had to give, but now with the 300, my parents will be able to help themselves, and then I can keep back some of the money to help my children. So the impact of that, and it's, Simeon, there is no color code in that program. You could be blue, red, green, everybody who reaches 70 gets it. There is no discrimination in that program. And so when this was raised to $300, you can imagine the joy of these people. I've heard some people say they're 70 and they've not been able to get it. But you have to, some people, you must avail yourself of the information that is out there, the positive information that is out there, so that you can access what is there for you.
Hello, talk to me here.
Morning, Mr. Mark.
Hey, Mr. McGlaw, you're one of the persons complaining that you have not received those, that assistance.
Mr. Mark, I have been trying all occasions. The last thing I get to know, they tell me as long you're getting a social security, you're not entitled. I'm telling them, yes, I'm getting social security, but I show it to them plain. I'm not receiving $300 for a month. What I have to say again, Mr. Mac, not nothing. But because I bring it live now, and I'm here, I'm listening, I'm following all instructions. Even the president last night, I heard his speech about elderly. But for Ralph Maglaw, the only thinking Ralph Maglaw, I don't insult people. I think what that's affecting me. And by one means or the other, I make too much contribution for my island, my village, Dominica on the whole. I don't see no way when it comes to any occasion for me to receive a little fund blocking me, and I cannot get it. I tell you, they even tell me, no, you will get $50. All that mentioned, after that they say, no, you always hitting the government, you will not get nothing from the government. But I'm letting them know this morning again, Ralph Magro, Commonwealth of Dominica, Loda Village, that, forget about the 200 now, $300, you know where my money going. Social Security, I have nothing to make again. Send it to Social Security, my $300 for this month, and I'm waiting for it. As long as I don't get it, I will always on the radio station, bringing it live and direct, as long as I have the breath still. Have a pleasant morning, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
So it's for everyone and anybody trying to say that it's only Labour.
Minister, let me get it again. Mm-hmm.
Being plain destructive and being malicious.
What did you say? Okay, let's go.
I said it's not color coded. It's for everybody. I know for me, for my constituency, I don't ask, and none of us in the Labour Party ask which party do you support. Mm-hmm. And it's a form. It's done. The village council clerks do it. The pal reps do it to help people fill the forms. People who cannot walk and think, we go to their homes and do it for them. And we don't ask. Before people, in my constituency, for example, some people, before they reach 70, I get the forms from them because they're so aware of what's going on. And if you go to my constituency, there are lots of workers' supporters, United Workers' Party supporters, who are recipients of that program. Mm-hmm. So it's when we do things like that, we are looking for the betterment of nationals, not betterment of party supporters, betterment of nationals, a better way of life, to raise the integrity of the older people. And that is what we do as Labour Party government. And we have a Prime Minister whose heart is for the elderly and the young children. And he wouldn't condone us being selective in the approach that we take to give assistance to these people.
All right, thank you very much. 44930959697. Again, this minister is saying this program is not color-coded. So it doesn't really matter you're blue, you're red, whatever color, you will receive the assistance from the government. Hello, talk to me.
Maybe, Matt, in her constituency, maybe the program is not color-coded. Maybe in her constituency. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Maybe in other constituencies where the program is color-coded. Hello, talk to me.
What a joke, Matt. Good morning to you, Matt, and to your listeners.
I'm here.
What a joke. Does this lady forget after, I think, Mr. Skerritt had he won this case with the passport thing?
Mm-hmm.
He had a meeting in Lago. Big meeting in Lago. And he said, don't give any comfort to any of those that don't support us. Don't give any comfort to any of those that don't agree with us. But what does that mean? Any idea?
I'm sure you know what it means.
Now I'm hearing this lady talking about they don't call a code. And this is the man up top. And he's talking about this man's heart. And he's saying don't give any comfort to those that don't support him. Have a good day, Matt.
Have a good day. Of course, the minister was speaking on a Kyrie FM. Hello, talk to me.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Matt, can you tell Mr. Maglo, instead of he calling the radio station, why don't you talk to his power rep?
But he has spoken to his power rep, according to him. He has said that and many times on the radio.
And no results. Is this something with his paperwork not right? Or
I don't know, but he's just not seem to be getting the help that he needs, according to him.
Because I don't think that's when it comes to that, Matt. You know that. I mean, you're a smart guy. I don't think when it comes to that, it's a red or blue issue. I just think it must be something's wrong. That's why his paperwork is not going through, or maybe a glitch in the system. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You don't think they're targeting Mr. McLaughlin?
No, come on, Matt. You know better than that. We grown, Matt. We grown folks. You know they're not gonna pay a petty game. Come on. I don't think it's about politics in this one. I mean, you know where I stand, but I don't think it's about politics. I think it's something that's not right. And Mr. Margot need to talk to the right people or go down to wherever they're doing the paperwork, and he might get results. What do you think?
All right. Okay. Well, Mr. McLaughlin, again, you heard it from the minister. Please go investigate further and find out just what is going on. 847. Calling to the minister is not caller coded. Hello.
Matt.
Yes.
I will always call on that one. Because Matt yourself know the amount of call and talk Mr. Maglo have been talking. He told you already those people he has spoken with, his pal rep, everybody. What next can that man do? Who want to put excuses for nobody that is there? But Mr. Maglo has done the best he can, and he has been speaking all the time. They have to do their work. They are targeting Mr. Maglo, and that is what I'm telling you.
Thank you. Good morning. Somebody says to Mr. McLeod, he said this morning that you're giving the Labour Party too much blows. Good morning. What 300 going to buy? And can that pay any bills? Man, I spent 3 weeks in Dominica, bought 5 items. It cost me over $65. That's terrible. Yes, that's terrible. Terrible to the people who worked all these years. It's very sad. That's a WhatsApp message. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, how are you doing? Good morning.
Morning, man.
Matt, you see the problem that we have. When you are MP or you're a minister in your constituency, you have to be a concerned MP. What Mr. Maglo is talking about, he didn't just come with that information. The man has been dealt with that for quite some time. That is where I have a problem with the caller before the last. He should understand this is not a situation that comes to Mr. Maglo. No. Mr. Maglo has been under pressure for some time. That's what I'm saying, Matt. When you're a government, you're supposed to just dismiss callers, and that's why I have a problem, Matt. Matt, when you run an election, you think of your callers. But when you become the government, you're supposed to just dismiss callers. If you are a power rep that concern and somebody in your constituency come to you with respect a situation that the government now has passes, all you have to do is follow up. And anytime, and as a minister, as a power rep, you should not allow anybody to have them come to the media and talk about that. You're just supposed to be doing your work as an MP and follow up. Now, what I'm saying is, Matt, there are so many social things happening in the country. You never hear the minister of social come and address certain things. But because of her $300, she come in and take the opportunity to boast it and saying about callers. There is always callers, Matt. You have to do your work. And if you are a minister and the government passes a law, you're a minister, hold your end as a minister. You should not be calling scary name and scary heart to the. Forget about scary for now. You are the MP. Show the country as an MP, you can step up. And if anything go wrong, anybody come to you, show the country as an MP, you concern. And that's where I have the problem. Matt, those things have been happening for too long and that must stop. That is why I tell you, Matt, I cannot associate myself with the Labour Party. Politics is when election come, you play it fine. After an election, Matt, everybody is one. There should not be who don't get. Look at these textbooks during the UWP time. Nobody had to go to Ron Green. Nobody had to go to Edison James. It was across the board in every sector. Right now, you have to be Labour to get something. Why not? They haven't got a conscience. Government haven't got a conscience. Labour Party government, I call in on all you know. Forget about callers as of now. Forget about it totally. And if you're a minister, hold your end. Just hold your end and see how good things are going to work. That's why I'm telling you, Matt, it's a shame in Dominica, Matt. Thank you.
The 70 and 70 plus non-contributory social security fund will go a long way in helping not only the recipients but also their children. Because some of them tell you the 200 I had to give, but now with the 300, my parents will be able to help themselves, and then I can keep back some of the money to help my children. So the impact of that, and it's, Simeon, there is no color code in that program. You could be blue, red, green, everybody who reaches 70 gets it. There is no discrimination in that program. And so when this was raised to $300, you can imagine the joy of these people. I've heard some people say they're 70 and they've not been able to get it. But you have to, some people, you must make yourself, you must avail yourself of the information that is out there, the positive information that is out there, so that you can access what is there for you. And how would it be targeted only at Labour Party people? When you have some of these very people receiving it who contribute when radiothons are held, they go and they contribute to the radiothons to help people pay bills unrelated to Labour Party. So it's for everyone, and anybody trying to say that it's only Labour Party, this is just being plain destructive and, you know, being malicious. It's for, as I said, it's not color coded. It's for everybody. I know for me, for my constituency, I don't ask, and none of us in the Labour Party ask, which party do you support? And it's a form, it's done, the village council clerks do it, the PAL reps do it to help people fill the forms. We go, people who cannot walk and think, we go to their homes and do it for them. And we don't ask. Before people, in my constituency, for example, some people, before they reach 70, I get the forms from them because they're so aware of what's going on. And if you go to my constituency, there are lots of workers' supporters, United Workers' Party supporters, who are recipients of that program. So it's when we do things like that, we are looking for the betterment of nationals, not betterment of party supporters, betterment of nationals, a better way of life, to raise the integrity of the older people. And that is what we do as Labour Party government. And we have a Prime Minister whose heart is for the elderly and the young children. And he wouldn't condone us being selective in the approach that we take to give assistance to these people.
Let's take more phone calls there. Good morning. Hello. Yes.
Good morning.
Morning to you. Yeah.
Yeah. When I listen to those things, I have to laugh, you know. When they started with 300 on the collection from the Prime Minister, and it used to be called another name, they were saying that they are hoping that the line goes longer, meaning that they have to take the country poorer for those who deserve to get. Now they are saying everybody not getting. Because I have passed 70 and I'm not getting. But apart from that.
But have you applied to get though? Hello?
Do I need to apply to get?
Well, how you think they're going to know that you're 70?
Well, I think they have my record. If I commit a crime, they will get me.
8:55, talk to me here. Hello.
I have a quick question. I'm all for assisting people. Are you telling me, based on what Mr. Marco has said, that if you're receiving Social Security and you're not receiving $300, but you contributed to the fund, someone who was self-employed a long time ago who never contributed to the
Someone who was self-employed who never contributed to the fund, do they get that? I think that was your question. Hello, talk to me here, 8:56.
Hi, Matt. Morning.
Morning to you.
Morning to your listeners.
Yes.
I'm very much disappointed with the minister.
You're very supportive?
Very disappointed.
Oh, disappointed. Sorry.
I think the minister would help herself and the government. if she had explained on that program she was on the criteria for persons to receive the $300. When the $20 was suggested before, the Freedom Party supported it, and when the increase came to $300, we felt that it was okay, and we even thought it could have moved to $400 because, as the minister rightly said, $300 could be a little strenuous. I mean, when you don't have, it's good, but when it's a little strenuous in terms of the cost of living. Now, the passport is being, the money is coming out of the sale of our passport, and the passport is the property of the country, so every citizen has a say as far as the passport is concerned. The Labour Party is the government, and they're the custodian.
So how are they going to sustain this program? Let's just say the passport sales, stop. Because at some stage, like everything else, I mean, people will stop buying.
Well, we look at that, and we also commented on that as well, even in terms of the investment program, and we said that could not be the only way in which income should be attracted to the country. We have agriculture, we have other areas, tourism and so forth. But while we're on that subject, though, I just want to say on that subject, the Labour Party is the government, and they are the custodian of the property of the state. And I think if they said that once you're 70, you should receive it, every person should receive. Now, if Mr. Maglow has a concern, I think the minister or the ministry, in fact, should send somebody to investigate the matter and to see whether he's qualified or not. But the minister would have helped herself rather than going all around the place about who call Radio Fund and make money in Radio Fund, all this crap about if she had focused on the qualification, what qualifies you to receive it and so forth, rather than saying everybody is receiving it. And I can tell you there was a lot of politics being played in this thing. I mean, we saw it after Erica, the amount of politics that was played in relief thing. I saw people passing who had no need for relief and supporting the Labour Party was passing with cartons of water, bags of rice, and they were not affected. But because they were liberal, they received, and I know persons who were affected who never got. So there is a lot of politics. And I think I know the minister well. I mean, he's a good friend of mine, and I wish her well. And I thought she had a good heart. But to me, once you get involved into this Labour thing, you get a little mess up. And I think there's a lot of repentance that needs to take place because we can't deliver country and elderly in that space. And the other thing she made about the Prime Minister have a heart for the elderly and the youth. I mean, let us face it. I mean, a lot of government and persons who have served in government make sacrifices for the youth and the elderly. I mean, as government, they're the government now. I know Prime Ministers who use their own personal resources to look after people. This Prime Minister is using the resources of the state, so what heart he has for it. I think all this is irrelevant and so on. And I would call on the Minister to come back on the radio and explain to the Dominican people what are the criteria, what qualifies you to receiving this $300, rather than just saying everybody gets it and so forth. And I just heard a caller from Point Mission who said he's not getting it, and I heard Mr. Maglow for the longest while calling about it. And the caller who called earlier on about it don't have caller in it. I think what we should do is to call on the minister, and I want also to call on the Parliament for the Roseau Valley constituency, Mr. McIntyre, to get involved and investigate the matter. And if Mr. Maglow is not qualified, say so. If he's qualified, then let him have it. That's my view on the matter.
Thank you very much. It's 9 o'clock in Dominica and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, sir.
I don't really want to get into the politics of this, but let me just explain as the caller was saying, the criteria and who receives the benefit and how is it paid. But the criteria is what we call it, for persons who are not receiving Social Security benefits. If you are receiving Social Security benefit of $150 per month, then the system will pay you $50 to top up to $200. That is if you are receiving Social Security benefits. If you are not receiving Social Security benefits, then you would be getting the $200.
Is it $200 or $300?
No, it was $200. The $300 is from the 1st of September. So at the end of September, the $300 commence.
Okay.
Now, persons who are receiving less than $300 from the Social Security, as of the 1st of September, when September 30th comes, the Social Security is now going to pay you $300. So the minimum pension you will receive from Social Security now is $300. So you will not be getting the $300 from the government, because Social Security will be paying you at the end of the month $300. So the persons who are not receiving Social Security, that is what it is meant for. Persons like the fishermen, all those persons who work and did not contribute to Social Security and are not receiving Social Security will receive that $300. I am aware that the caller who has been calling complaining is in receipt of Social Security payments.
But how much?
He is in receipt of Social Security payments because he must have worked probably on the road or whatever it is where he worked, but he is in receipt of Social Security payments. I do not know how much, but he is in receipt of Social Security payments. So if he is not receiving $300, then the Social Security at the end of September will pay him $300. And those who are not receiving Social Security, the government, the Treasury of Dominica is going to pay them $300 from September 30th. That is how the system works. The system is what you call a non-Social Security pension. If you are not receiving Social Security, you are entitled to it. If you are receiving Social Security, the Social Security will now be paying you $300 and you will not be receiving from the Treasury of Dominica. I hope I have explained this for the people, and this is how it works. So hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so prior to 1st of September, persons who were receiving less than $200 a month were receiving the difference from the Treasury. So if you were receiving $150 from Social Security, the Treasury would pay you the additional $50 to bring you up to $200.
But effective September...
The government has made it easier. The Social Security will now be paying you that $300 since you are in receipt of Social Security, and the government of Dominica will pay those who are not receiving Social Security $300.
All right, thanks for that explanation there and clarification. That was a former auditor in the government system, Mr. Clarence Christian. Thank you very much, sir. 9:04 is the morning time. Morning, Matt. How much more available can Mr. McLaw make for himself? For years, I'm hearing this man beg for private payback for his crops, which were destroyed, much less for public assistance from them. By the way, my father is over 80, need to know how to get his $300 he has contributed to the island tremendously over the years. 449-3095, 449-3096, and 97. According to the minister, this is not about politics, okay? So it's not about colors. So if you are, eligible for the $300, please inquire. Hello.
Yes, Matt.
I'm here.
This is understandable. What the person just explained there?
Yes.
It is understandable right now. All Mr. Magla has to do is watch and see what he's getting at the end of September.
Okay. Mr. McLaw, again, wait until the end of September. Hello.
I hate to call back.
Mm-hmm.
I had to call twice, but I just want to say the caller who called a while ago, before the last caller, I think he made some explanation. I think early on I didn't take the top-up into account, but the top-up was also mentioned.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And as the caller a while ago said, Mr. Mago now need to clarify how much he's receiving. I think the minister should consult people like the caller before the last caller, before they were on radio, because I think the caller before the last gave some good explanation, which I think is understandable. But I think the minister sometimes allow people to go in all kind of, speculation and so forth. So I think before the ministers go on radio, they need to consult people like the caller before the last. So.
All right, thank you very much. 9:05 is the morning time here on the hot set. Talk to me.
Hello, morning, man.
Yes.
And would you please tell Mr. Maglo that don't worry about that $300 because after I get it, it can take him 3 years to die in. So just leave the money alone.
So when you get the money, you die? 9:06, the kind of things that we say. 9:06 is the morning time. You die when you have to die. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Matt.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
Matt, I doing good, Matt, I doing good. Matt, the issue is not Mr. Maglo per se, you know. Mr. Maglo is just an example of government-instituted victimization and corruption. Matt,
I'm here, but you have some knocking at the back there. Caller, are you there?
Hello, Matt.
Yes, go ahead, quickly.
Yes, Matt. Matt, the minister is making a mockery of the whole process. Matt, how can you tell me? Matt, you on the line?
I'm here.
How can you tell me the fertilizer to distribute, you have to be labor power? The toilet to give to the vulnerable, you have to be labor power. Do you know in Westgate, while houses were falling on the ground, houses falling on the ground, individuals with concrete house getting extension to their buildings, and you tell me it's not a government-instituted victimization? The minister is aware of what is going on, but he's just strict.
Thank you very much. In reference to what the man is talking about with the government, before, when they were getting 200, all you needed was the ID to receive the money on behalf of the person. Now, they're giving 300 after making them full certificate. They're still asking for birth certificate or passport of the elderly person. What happens if they have none of the above? 449-3095, 449-3096. Matt, if you want to help this man, Mr. McLeod, you need to get the form from the Village Council, fill it out, and according to Mr. McLeod, he has done all of the above, all that you're talking about. The question is how much Mr. Maglo is getting from Social Security. Mr. McLeod, can you clarify that? The folks want to know how much you're getting from Social Security. Hello.
Yes, good morning, Matt. How are you?
All right.
Matt, I listened to the minister this morning, Matt. And Matt, what I heard was that the minister concern is that these people give money when people call out for assistance. They give money to these radio things, Matt. That was a concern. A concern is nothing. By the way, Matt, I'm over 70. Where is mine? I'm not receiving no 300.
Well, I from what I gather, if you're living overseas, you won't be able to get it.
Okay. Now, Matt, on a more serious note, Matt, I listened to this. Matt, do you expect something coming off a Simeon's program? Matt, why didn't she come on Q95 and disseminate that information as well? Matt, they go to Simeon Albert's program and disseminate these untruths, Matt, and this misinformation and this propaganda. Matt, it is a known fact, Matt, that you are better dead, better read than dead. Matt, this is a systematic victimization. The institutions that are supposed to carry out these things are not involved, Matt. Matt, once it's party hacks and political, I don't even know what to call them anymore, Matt, that are involved in carrying out these programs, Matt, it is political, Matt. If the Social Welfare Department was the division executing this program, the staff of the Welfare Department, professionals, or the determination of who qualifies were being made by independent persons, Matt, I could understand. But, Matt, when it is being made by partisan political hacks of the Labour Party, Matt, I don't know how the young lady could find herself. I think she's supposed to be an honorable lady. How could you allow politics to drag you to that level of dishonesty and untruthfulness? Matt, this is disturbing, Matt. Matt, the whole society has now been infected by this corrupt propaganda, lying thing. Matt, this is literally lying to the public. Matt, this is disturbing, man. I can't understand how people who are supposed to be honest, people you think and expect, Matt, to have a modicum of decency about them, can become so, Matt, I don't know.
I know you don't know. I was just about to ask you, why you think she was being dishonest. She was being dishonest about what? The politics of it? 449-3095-96 and 97. Somebody says, tell Mr. McGlaw, send me his address. Forget about this government thing. I will send him $100 a month. Okay, Mr. McGlaw, get in touch with me. I will give you that person's number, or you can give me the address. And of course, you can work it out from there. So the person is saying, you know what? I will send you $100 a month. And in other words, stop begging this government. We're coming back after this.
Mommy, can I have a kitty's tablet this summer, please?
Child, no. I have to worry about how I'm going to pay for your school items and my education so that we can have a good life.
Don't worry, the National Cooperative Credit Union offers a Learn While You Earn loan on very special terms. You can work and further your education. Let NCCU finance your education. Affordable monthly payments, no fees, and free loan protection coverage. We also provide loans to study overseas and to cover school expenses so your kids can be ready for September.
Mommy, can I please get the tablets?
Paracetamol.
Mommy!
Just kidding. Okay.
Apply at any NCCU branch today for your Learn While You Earn loan. Call 255-2172 or visit our website at www.nccudominica.com.
Go back to school with Holiday Snacks Bigfoot and more of the world's tastiest snacks. Get free back to school items when you save up your wrappers for Bigfoot, Bigfoot Spicy, Bigfoot Barbecue, Tortillas, and Cheese Sticks. Save and redeem at Springfield location Goodwill Road while supplies last. Submit 6 wrappers, get 1 Bigfoot water bottle. 3 wrappers gets you 1 pencil set. 2 wrappers gets you 3 notebooks. And submit 5 wrappers and get 1 big pencil case set. It's back to school with Holiday Snack.
Making your water safe to drink during and after floods and storms. Water for drinking and domestic use should be free from all disease-causing bacteria and poisonous chemicals. However, during heavy rains, floods and landslides, the water supply may become contaminated. There are 3 ways to ensure that water used for drinking and domestic purpose is safe. They are proper storage, boiling, and chlorination. That is, adding ordinary household bleach to your water. Let's look at proper storage of water. Store water in clean containers. Ensure that water is kept covered at all times. Do not store water in containers which were previously used to store poisonous chemicals. If you use a drum, cover with clean bag or plastic, secure tightly with rope. Boiling kills all harmful germs and bacteria. When boiling water, use a clean pot. When the water begins to boil, let it continue to boil for 3 more minutes. Allow it to cool before drinking. Always keep containers covered. Chlorination. Using household chlorine in drinking water to kill germs. Here's how it is done. To 1 gallon of water, use 8 drops of bleach. To 5 gallons of water, use half teaspoon bleach. To a 45-gallon drum, use 4 teaspoons of bleach. You may use a dropper or clean stick. Dip the stick in the bleach. Hold it over the water and allow it to drop. Stir or shake the water. Leave water to settle for 30 minutes before using. Always keep the containers closed. Water is safe for drinking 30 minutes after the bleach is added. Remember, to protect you and your family's health, ensure that water is boiled for 3 minutes after it begins to bubble. That the correct amount of bleach is added to the water. Do not exceed the specified amount. Make sure that all water stored is properly covered. Do not store water in containers which contain chemicals. Also, wash your hands with clean water and soap. Wash eating and cooking utensils with clean water and soap. Use bottled water if available. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
For more information, call 266-3469.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I've been trying relentlessly to get that $300 from my mom, and quite frankly, I have given up. She is 72 and isn't receiving it simply because she is not a Liberite. That's a WhatsApp message. 916, hello.
Good morning to you and the listeners.
Good morning to you, man.
When the guy, if it's a social security guy, was making the explanation, I was distracted, so I did not collect all the elements so I could understand what his explanation was. But the little I can access, which I need you to make it a little more explicit for me. When a person is working, they deduct money from their salary
right.
put as their social security. But he's saying that if they were employed and getting a salary from their social security, they would just top it up with the $50.
If they were getting less than $300.
Excuse me?
If they were getting less than $300.
Okay, they would top it up.
Yeah, if they were getting less than 200, they'd top it up to two. Let's say they were getting 150, they would put a $50 so you could get 200.
Yes, but then the point I am drawing, and then the people that were not working is getting $300. But when you are working and they deduct your social security, isn't your same money they are deducting to pay you? So if they are just topping it up, they're not giving you the money.
No, but I'm saying, but there's some people who haven't worked, like the fishermen and people who never contributed to the system. These are the people that they're actually targeting. But if you have been working, I'm sure you'll be getting, and working for a number of years, you will be getting a lot more than 300. But they're targeting people getting less than $300.
So that means that program of 70 years is only for the person who are not working or getting less money. That is not covering anybody. That is.
It won't cover everybody because there's some people who are receiving their pensions and Social Security way over $300. You get me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello. Talk to me.
Hey, Matt. Yes, sorry, but it's me again.
How you doing? Yes.
Earlier on, reference this lady. I didn't recognize it was. I didn't recognize it was a lady. My pal rep who was speaking. I just heard this lady talking.
Yes, it was your pal rep. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I want to apologize, however, if you think that I came a little bit strong on her because she's a very good friend of mine. So I did not.
Okay.
But you have to be careful of what she says. You cannot make those type of statements like this. I mean, she's more or less contradicting herself, talking about the man's good heart. And if you have a good heart, Matt, you're supposed to have a good heart for everybody.
In other words, you're talking about the program. Why do you have to bring in the Prime Minister in that, huh?
Yeah, I'm supposed to have, exactly. For everybody. A man who has people, retired people in their 60s, dragging them to court because they want a road to go and work to make a living. And you're dragging them to court, and you go even further, man, and that has been bothering me, The man went as far as to get the best lawyer in the Caribbean, Astaf, and pay him $50,000 to prosecute these guys. And you have the prosecutor, the prosecutors there who prosecute for murder, for rape, for all different, any type of offense. And you have to pay Astafan. This is the lowest, that's a summary offense type thing. And you pay him $50,000 to go and prosecute the 60-year-old guys that trying to make a living. Are you talking about a good heart? Lady, be careful what you say. I love you, baby, because you're good.
I understand if you receive 140 from Social Security benefits, the government will only give you the balance to make it to 300. Yes, they are only 5. I didn't get the last point that you're trying to make here. Good morning. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Mr. Mac.
Mr. Maglaw.
Yes, Mr. Mac. It is not to say I come a beggar, but government put something in place. And he put it for pension people that's over 60. As I said, I am 81 years of age. Mr. Mac, if I have to talk, I have to come in that studio to explain to you. Mr. Mac, first thing I'm looking at, I have $2,500, my same minister. I work ministry for 3 weeks. When I tired, spend money up and down, all my paper fixed on it for me to draw my money. The last thing, Mr. Mac, I make a foolish with myself. My duplicate, I give it to my pal rep, Honorable Collins McIntyre. He tell me, yes, Mr. Mac, he refused to give it to me. I go back, they say $200. I do what I could again to get that. Well, anyway, they drag. Nothing. They bring it up to 300 now. I getting $256. I have my Social Security card. When I do take stock, I cannot. I hearing people telling me, you lashing the government, come right at my home and they tell me, you know what, you will not get money from government because you lashing. I don't lash government. What that affecting me, what that affecting my brothers and sisters, I bring it out. But I telling the government they owe me $2,500. They say $300 if they don't want to give it to me. This morning I put in that report. They don't want to give it to me. Well, that morning they will have to put it for my funeral. I'm not out begging. By the grace of the Almighty God, I'll eat bread. But I cannot blame the Prime Minister because the last reward I get, I have it at my home. The Prime Minister, Roland Patrick John, Edison James, I have their plaque at my home. That is for what I do for my island, and now you mean to tell me I working, I have my social security, getting $256. You have a little money to give me, you don't know my social security, making me think I'm not a beggar. Anyway, I telling them, whatever you sow, what you going to reap. I didn't sow on rock, I sow on virgin soil. And I'm saying this morning, I'm putting it on the record, Ralph Magro, Commonwealth of Dominica. I know where I'm going. I'm done looking at this world again. I'm looking for the place where my Father, Son, Lord Jesus Christ go and prepare for me that I could enjoy life. I forget about life in Dominica, but only showing Dominica how we're uniting with our brothers and our sisters. That is what I want to say this morning.
Well, I'm hoping, Mr. McGlaw, because based on what I'm hearing there from the officials, that you receive the top up to $300 at the end of September. 9:23. Hello.
Matt, it's me again.
Yes, you're back.
Man, let me tell you something. There is something I'm always speaking about, that people believe that because you're not supporting the government, there are two parties. One must support the party they want to support. But at the end of it, whoever wins the election is the government of the day. It's not the government of the Labour Party. It's the government of the people of Dominica. That is what some people believe in. Or if you don't support the government, he's not supposed to give you something. And whatever the government is giving you is not their own. It's the taxpayers' money. It's not his money that comes from his pocket. So they have to educate themselves. It's the government of Dominica. I may not want him, I may not choose him as my government, but it's the government of the state. Educate on yourself. Thank you.
The Minister Daniel said the Prime Minister will not allow them to color code when the Prime Minister was the one who said no jobs for the blue. Did he say that? Is it a deliberating and the majority of recipients are DLP supporters, and they know that? I'm so disappointed in Catherine. This is a lady I admired, and now I know since I was a child, and it is unfortunate how this brand of politics can change even the ones who are good among us. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, good morning, Matt. Good
To
morning.
you, yes.
Yes. Matt, I really do not understand what is going on. Because before the election, Matt, they were passing from house to house and register people over 70. That's what I heard. Because people told me that they passed by them and registered them for $300. Now I am hearing about Social Security and top up and whatnot, Matt. So, Matt, they did not think about that before. They sent their supporters around to register people for $300 because I'm asking these people if they're getting the $300, Matt. They're telling me no. No, they're not getting $300. Now I'm hearing. So that is something different about the top-up and Social Security and whatever it is. Matt, is that something different from the time? Matt, didn't they pass around registering people?
Yes, they did.
So is that top-up and Social Security? So they did not think about that before, Matt? And now I'm hearing about top-up Social Security, and they pass around, take people's name and make fools of them, and these people are not getting the $300, Matt. I mean, that is why, Matt, I can never support the Labour Party because they are dishonest, They are corrupt. And they lying to the people and poor people and fooling Dominicans, Matt. And that Matt is too much, and we have to stop this Labour Party. I was going to say to you.
Thank you. Mr. McGlaw have some back pay to get because his records are clear that he's getting $256. So from the time the program started to now, he needs to get his back pay. Let's see if we can get another phone call there. Hello. Yes?
Good morning.
Morning to you, yeah.
But you need to have a program on victimization for you to know how much victimized.
It's a good hello. It's a good idea, but there are few people or many people who will not come on the air. I'm telling you that straight and tell you that they have been victimized.
Well, Matt, I am one of them that has been victimized for 16 and more years, and trust me, I cannot take it no longer.
How are you victimized?
It is time for them to stop it, because that particular government that is there, they put people to victimize you. They put people there to do the dirty job for them, and all what they're doing is to victimize you, squeeze you, and to just frustrate you for you to get out from wherever you're getting out there. But there is a God above. Thank you.
Thank you. It's 9:27. Hello. Maybe many people will speak about it quietly, but...
Call, I say amen to that. And that, there is a bold-faced lie going on in that Labour Party government. And let me tell you, since that 70-year-old money for those adults came in power, there are two people who are husband and wife. One is getting $100 and one is getting $200. They have no income from Social Security. So I guess, I don't know what is going on at the village council. I guess proper lack of communication, but if everybody is just holding everything as a secret, government doesn't come and have a word of discussion to say anything, they're not accountable of anything. It's a lot of chaos that is going on in the country, you know. A lot. And really, Andrew, if you hold a program on that level, trust me, you will get more calls that are victimized than those that are reluctant to talk.
All right, we'll try that. As I said, good idea, but I wonder how many people will just call in and say, you know what, might have been victimized, and tell me why. Hello.
Good morning, Mark. Nicholas George.
Hey, Nicholas George, how are you, sir?
But at all, I've been listening to this program, and because it's coming from the main issue is coming from the person on whom the election was conferred in the Colico constituency.
Your power rep, my brother.
Well, the person on whom the election was conferred.
Okay.
It concerns me. And I have heard my friend from Biosh call twice. He apologized to her, and I too am almost candid to do so as well, because the lady is coming from a constituency where people are gritty and they stand by integrity and professionalism. But I'm disturbed by the fact that she could say this is not a caller-coded program. What I welcome from her is that she is willing to speak of non-discrimination on party political lines in the political life of Dominica. However way she quoted it, that is a welcome sign, and that her challenge now is to produce to you and to the public the list that she generated during the election, before she was a PAL rep, and who were recommended for the amount. And then she must also address the NEP program in the constituency and other projects that are going up, and then to show to us from that constituency that arrangements or contract awards have not been color-coded. That's a challenge from me to her. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I know, sir, that there are people in Colico who are over 70 years who are not recipients of these monies, either the 200 or the 300 to come. So Lady Catherine Daniel has a challenge. I compliment her on being able to come out and say
that there are programs in Dominica administered by her Labour Party that are not color coded. I compliment her on that, coming out in the public with that. She must now give evidence and henceforth ensure that Dominicans are treated fairly in this country and discrimination that is not institutionalized. The institutionalized discrimination that is there at the moment in our country must be addressed, beginning with her. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 9:31 is the morning time. Are you there, caller? No, you're not. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Yes, Matt. Good morning.
To you, sir.
Matt, I am a supporter of the government, and my in-law, he was not getting his money, his $200.
Okay.
And my wife were complaining. So I said, but why would you complain? Why don't you go and find out why? And she was saying, well, this one getting, that one getting, and why he's not getting. When she goes to the village council office, he don't have his ID. And I say, well, you get his ID. Then after she got his ID, he was getting $75. So she said, but why are they victimizing him? Find out he was getting $75 from Social Security. He was getting $125 from Social Security. So they just stop it up. Why am I saying that? Is that what I find in Dominica is that people don't do what they're supposed to do, but first thing they do, they call the radio station. Okay? I'm not against calling the radio station, but when you do what you're supposed to do, then you can call the radio station and say, I have gone to the village council, I've done that, and they reject me. Okay? I'm listening to Mr. Maglaw, and what I'm hearing Mr. Maglaw is saying that he's getting $256 from Social Security. Am I right?
Yes, from his reports, yes.
All right. So if Ralph Maglaw is getting $256 from Social Security, Ralph Maglaw would not have been getting the $200 from the program, because that's what the program is all about. If you're getting that, now Ralph Maglaw, as of the 1st of December of September, Ralph Maglaw will get $46 from the program, or Social Security will have to increase him to $300. But Ralph Maglaw was not entitled to get the $200. The $200 was for people who were not getting Social Security. And I mean, that is easy to understand. And I heard one caller said that she have not applied it. They know her. They know him. If he commits a crime, they would know him. A lot of people, they do not want to present their IDs, and not don't want. Some of them don't have an ID, and that is a reality in Dominica. You don't have an ID. Well, your children, your loved ones, someone can help you with an ID. And that's why we have PAREPs, that's why we have political representatives, that's why we have constituency caretakers. Instead of first thing calling Matt cannot get you help you, but someone in your family, someone in your political party, someone as your PAREP, someone in your village council can help you, but you cannot just first complain. And that's what I've seen a lot, not just on your station, but in Dominica generally. People just complain before they take action for themselves.
Thank you very much. Your point well taken there. 9:35. Hello.
Morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
Good explanation, Matt. But Matt, let me say something there. Matt, before the election, they should explain to the people that way. They never did. They just come and tell the people what's the age. They get the birth certificate, you 70, you're going to get $300, Matt. That
You're right. There was not enough explanation on the issue.
that is trickery. Trickery, Matt.
It was just about you hear $300, you get excited, and it's all about politics, huh?
That's what they did to the older people. They trick them. They tell them once you send me, you're going to get that money. So vote for me. Now, a good explanation is happening right now. Have a nice morning.
Have a nice. Yes, you're right about that. A lot of people just believe that they would be getting $300. Hello.
Matt, it was just to win the election, and they know that. But now that the minister explained, these people should go now, and then when whatever they tell them, they could come back to you and say. But they must make sure, go and check it out for themselves, and then come back to you, and then you will get their answer.
Reality is hit home now. Now we realize that this, this throwing about of $300 is just a gimmick. Hello.
Good morning to you, Matt.
Good morning to you, sir.
To all your listeners, that's the man himself. I'm listening for the longest while. When I heard about victimization, Matt, I will let you know these people who talk about it is very serious about it. Because I can explain to you one situation with me presently. My sons and them used to be at the Alpha Center. One going there right now, one died last year. I get a letter from the Alpha Center saying that I need an extra room on the house to put for the children because they're destroying things because of the challenges that they have. I get someone to estimate at the housing, tell me housing come on their own. They get me right on the port, bring me and estimate their own also. Send the people up to housing send it to the ministry. And because it's jammers, they're not up, they're going on 7-8 years now, my papers in ministry. And I sure about it. So when you're about victimization in this country, it is real, my brother. That is all I have to say for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. Why do you need an ID for Social Security and social benefits, but you don't need one to vote? My brother, very important question here. You need an ID for everything, but you don't need one to vote, huh? 9:38 is the morning time. We'll be having a stop with the Muslim store in the next few minutes. Talk to me.
Morning to you.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, this program, I am against it. Now, many people, I heard people saying that it is a good idea. No, it is not an idea no more. It's an establishment. They have established it, and that is not a good establishment. Now, when you come to the point where Dominican people is making noise now for $200 and $300, my brother, something is wrong. You understand what I'm saying? This program is a destruction. Many people that are talking about $300 and things, these are people that used to touch thousands, many of them used to touch thousands of dollars under the agricultural industry. And when Dominic had industries, manufacturing stuff, some of them were employed with them. Today, Roosevelt's carrot, causing Dominican people to be begging and making noise for $200. Easy, not even US, neither Euro. Easy, my brother. Now, these people, let me put some in perspective for you. The people that actually now reaching 70 years old, these are people that were manufactured by the Labour Party. And let me explain. These are people that was in their 50s when Labour Party came in. 16 years now, they're 70. These are people that had the strength to work and earn a living. Roosevelt robbed their livelihood. And now, he said, look, $300, do whatever you all feel like. Now, I'm saying to you is that if these people, you are drawing $300 a month, which is $3,600 a year, if these people will had gainful employment through their life 16 years ago when the agricultural system was moving on, they would be drawing way more than that. If they had developed the hotel industry, somebody who is drawing minimum wage, my brother, at $200 even a week, could draw $800 a month, which would be $9,600 a year instead of $3,600 a year, and by their labor. Now, because they are drawing that, they have to be bound to this government for $300 a month. And I'm telling you, this is a failed state whenever you see these things happening. People are failing Dominica, now people of Dominica that never beg in their life to send their children to school, now dying as beggars. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. 9:40. That's your perspective there. Hello, talk to me.
Hello.
Yes.
Matt, I feel that in the law they have to do something about it. You cannot tell me there are some persons, they were fishermen, They were bus drivers, they were truck drivers, they were farmers. They make their money and they never pay the contribution to Social Security. So why, if I am working on the road and they're deducting from my liquor pay, and now I have to get Social Security, that you have to tell me, you have to top up what I'm getting. And the person who got all their money and put in their pocket has to get the same thing with me. It's not fair. So they should revisit that type of program.
All right. Matt, it doesn't matter how educated, how much power, how rich or cool you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all. Integrity is everything. Time we learn to respect the elderly and those who contributed to this country, somebody says. Yeah. Let's take another phone call. Are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Morning, yeah.
I just noticed that, everything that we discussing in the country has to be on a negative note. I think the idea was giving a minimum pension to everybody who has reached the age of 70 is a very progressive thing. I believe there's always ways and means to improve. If it means that you have to put certain things in place to make sure that it works properly and it is not abused. On the question of people who worked before, that has passed. The point is we are at a stage where there are people who are in their 70s and they don't have any other means of income. I think because you're going to try to maybe even talk politics, you're not going to make that provision for them? Huh?
Repeat the question?
What I'm saying is there are people, because the political argument is that because in time past there's a blame on the government because they did not progress, they did not develop the agricultural sector enough to have enough people who would not need that money from the government. Okay?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is we are at a stage where some people who are over 70 need to have that kind of subsistence.
We agree.
Right. So I'm saying the system is in place. I think what we should be discussing is how to regulate it properly and how to provide to ensure that people who work all also are registered with Social Security and make sure that everybody working now will be making their contribution.
But I think part of the problem is this whole program was not, people were not educated enough on just what is going on. Some people are still lost as to, do I qualify? Do I not qualify? I think a lot more education should have been done. But the first time it was introduced, everybody got the impression that anytime you get to 70, you would be receiving $300. So a lot more education should be done. That's basically what I think. 944, hello.
Good morning, man.
Morning to you, yes.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm listening to this program, and this is not the way that money is given to people who are vulnerable should be administered. The minister should not be on the radio in the first place, albeit on a partisan program, announcing a program like that. We have a social services. You have a Ministry of Social Services. If there's any adjustment to benefits for people who are in need, for vulnerable people and vulnerable families, this thing needs to be assessed. And if there's going to be any top-up, the welfare division, the social services people, all due respect to them, they are the professions to do that. Not to be headed by a politician by instigating the implementation of it. You arrange the policy, you do the assessment, you work with them, they tell you how it's supposed to be done. It has been done through the village councils like Paupers Allowance in the past. That's how we did it. We have a list. The professionals go and assess the people and then determine what they get and how they get and why. Can you imagine if you have someone who has retired, a lawyer, somebody